All right. What's going on, my people? Sci fighters, A plussers, nerd mix lovers. It is your boy, Indy Uchiha, and I am proud to bring you the inaugural broadcast of Nerd Mix Live with my boy, my guest host, Forsaken Powers. Say what up to the people,
What's
man.
up? What's cracking, y'all? How we doing?
Now you may know him from the stuff we used to do that we're still doing. We ain't stopped. Anime Assemble. He was just the best personality to bring on here with me to do this for y'all. Before I do anything, check that out. The DC Jim Lee collection is probably the best thing GameStop has ever done. This whole collection is awesome. Just to let y'all know.
I ain't got the shirt, but I got the hat.
Exactly. Awesome. But just to let y'all know,
more anime than
right?
DC Marvel.
Don't mind the background. We're doing a little work in the little studio thing. We're trying to work stuff around. You know what I'm saying? Make some more space. We're under construction, but we want to make sure we got this up and going for you guys. We had a huge week. San Diego Comic-Con last weekend, man. I'm kind of upset we didn't get to go. Next year, maybe.
Maybe. You know we can look into that.
Acing in San Diego Comic-Con, that's what we're going to do.
I honestly, I've been looking into other conventions like Anime Expo and you know, like shit like that, you know, trying to get more diverse in my convention going, you know what I'm saying? So we could do multiple conventions. But like I know like one of them that like me and my buddies we've been checking into is Anime Expo. We were also like some like video game conferences and shit, like maybe like E3 or something. There were some others he highlighted, like my one buddy he highlighted for me that I'm looking into right now. But ASIN, Anime Expo, and E3 were kind of like the three that were kind of like really highlighted for the conventions that I've been looking into.
Okay. Newsflash. See, this is what I like about doing live. From A Plus Opinions, they self just posted a link for Cosmic Book News. Well, they haven't posted it yet. They're making me aware of this. I don't know if they posted that X-Men, Dark Phoenix, and New Mutants is canceled. Now, yeah. I'm gonna read this right quick. It was a Cosmic Book News. X-Men, Dark Phoenix, New Mutants canceled by Matt McGlone. Gotta plug them. You know what I'm saying? This Friday sees Fox Studios and Disney shareholders vote on whether Disney will acquire the Fox Studio assets. Because as we know, Comcast dropped out of that the Fox assets. Mm-hmm. By all accounts, we feel like it's going to go through. And we know if it goes through, that's going to give Disney, X-Men, Deadpool, Fantastic Four, to give them Galactus back, you know what I'm saying? All them good things. Properties like The Gifted that are doing well on television, Legion. They'll even have control like Avatar and The Simpsons, I think, right? I'm pretty sure. But it says currently Fox Studios has 2 X-Men movies that are in active development with New Mutants and X-Men Dark Phoenix, both of which have completed filming, though they are supposed to be reshoots in the works. Now, a batch of rumors have hit the net about the X-Men movie said to be from an employee at Fox Studios. According to this rumor, the Disney deal is basically already done, and Disney execs have an active hand in what has been going on in Fox, and that people at both companies want a clean slate. So New Mutants and X-Men Dark Phoenix won't be released. It's further said that both movies are atrocious, worse than the Fantastic Four, with the bad storyline and acting, and that the cancellation announcement will come after this Friday shareholders vote. Wow.
That's fucked up.
Wow. They said both movies. I got to take off the glasses for this one. They said both movies are worse than the Fantastic Four.
That's crazy.
How does that happen? How do you feel about that? Do you feel like it's better for Marvel to start with a clean slate? I mean, the only success that I've seen have been the couple of Wolverine movies. the last one that came out, the Logan movie and the 2 Deadpool movies seem to have been, you know what I'm saying, fairly decent, especially Deadpool 1. Logan was amazing. Deadpool 1 was really good. We know Logan was supposed to kill off Wolverine. Do you think they want to reboot everything, or are they going to like keep Deadpool or something like that and merge them in? Do you think they just want to just start fresh?
I mean, from what it's been showing with everything that they're doing in terms of the Marvel Universe, everything looks like it's being rebooted, except for like there's few of like the newer movies, like for like Ant-Man, he's staying. You know, like a lot of the actors, their contracts are up and they're pretty much done with their roles. Like I know like all of like the base Avengers, like Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, all of them, their contracts are done. They're not looking to reboot. I think the only one that was looking to negotiate for their contract to be reinstated was, I think, Chris Pratt to be Star-Lord again. I mean, Ryan Reynolds, ever since damn near the X-Men Origins movie and the Green Lantern movie, he's been looking to play Deadpool. He's not going anywhere. He's staying Deadpool, without a doubt. He ain't going to be rebooted. Nothing's going on with that. But I could see it. I could see like they're looking for like a whole series reboot, not really just to reboot the series. It's more like they want to give the new audience someone to attach to, and they don't want to kind of like drag the movies, you know, so where it's kind of like watered down in terms of the quality aspect. So I feel like that's why they're trying to refresh the actors, because it's the same thing. Like, I mean, I'm pulling over into like, for instance, with the Batmans, there's been what, 4 different Batmans now? I think 5. Yeah, we're on like 4 or 5 Batmans now, something like that.
Yeah,
it's more or less for the generational aspect versus, you know, I guess versus the actors.
Right. Well, we do want to state that this is a rumor. It's just a rumor. Nothing's been finalized yet because I'm not too sure about how viable information source that Cosmic Book News is. But I got it right from the A+ Opinions. They did say that it was a rumor. A+ Opinions is one of them places, group on Facebook, A+ Opinions. You follow them on Twitter. They have reviews and stuff. They follow, they review different types of content over on YouTube. Adam Perez and all of them over there, they do great work. They're really good at breaking news. They always bring stuff to you right when it drops. But they did state that this is a rumor. But hey, I feel like it's something that could happen. If those movies seem like they're as bad as they say they are, then yeah, I believe that, you know what I'm saying, just start anew. I feel like something like the X-Men should be brought in through a universe like The Gifted, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like that. That's how they should be brought in. And then you can, you know what I'm saying, let people know that they're there and then bring them to the big screen. Marvel has so much stuff coming on. I could see the Netflix or the Disney streaming app, you know, start something there with something and then let that shake up. But that was just a big news beat. Thanks to them over there for posting that up. That's like my second family over there. They doing big things. But we came to talk about these Arrowverse trailers.
The DC verse.
The DC, I call it the Arrowverse because it ain't nothing without Arrow.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. But let's see. What did you think about that Arrow trailer?
Yeah. I don't really know how to put. I mean, it was I liked it, but at the same time, it kind of threw me in a loop. I mean, there was a lot of things that I kind of glimpsed at, and I was like, okay, I saw this coming and I saw that coming, like or like I'm assuming certain things of it. Like for instance, like the new Green Arrow. Like I already could tell that was going to be a thing, and it's kind of like how they did the play with John Diggle when he was in prison. They're basically going to, this time Oliver Queen is the John Diggle. That's how I'm seeing it. They're going to try to break Oliver Queen out of prison, kind of thing. That's kind of like what I've been assuming on it. I do like what's his face. I think his name is Reyes. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the last episode of The Arrow. But what was it? It was Reyes or whatever. He's chasing Felicity and the boy William.
Yeah.
There was a lot of things that I kind of like. I knew that I had a very strong feeling it was going to happen, and I don't know it. They played it up well from the last season. Like they set you up pretty well for this current. At least from the trailer, they set it up fairly well.
Well, I think I like the fact that they keep consistency with the past seasons with the storylines.
Right, because my point. Yeah,
all the villains that he helped put away that are locked up with him. You know what I'm saying? That think that he's the Arrow because that's what he's locked up for is being
the Arrow,
the Green Arrow. Right. And they're all rubbing him the wrong way. They got what's his name? Cody Rhodes redoing his character for previous seasons, which I think is cool because you're seeing the outside the world relationship and then the worker relationship come together because we both know that Stephen Amell is going to be at the Independent All-In event, the wrestling event in Chicago in September. And then you get Cody Rhodes coming back to reprise his role, you know what I'm saying, on the show. So it's pretty good. How long into the season do you think Stephen Amell is going to be in jail? Because Barry was only there, like 4 or 5 episodes?
Yeah. Well, see, look, now, the thing there was an interview with Stephen Amell about the current season, and he stated he's going to be in prison for a majority of this season. At least according to that interview, from what I understood from it, was he said that he's going to spend a majority of this upcoming season. So I'm assuming maybe like 2/3 of the season, 3/4 even maybe, that he's going to be in prison, or there's going to be interactions between like his outside group, like John Diggle and Wild Dog and all of them. They'll come and visit him at the prison, try to talk him into breaking out of prison or talk him into attempting to break out, or they're going to break him out or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But at least, like I said, it's going to be at least a decent amount of time. It's going to be more than just the 4 episodes. It's probably going to be at least half he's going to be in prison for.
Okay. But Amell also said that, and I quote, like you said, prison, he's going to have to endure prison with a bunch of people that he put in prison. And that he said this is going to be a much darker version of the hero than what you know. And there's nothing heroic about him at all. And I really hope the premiere pisses you off. So we're supposedly, I'm guessing, going to see a darker side of Oliver. I'm thinking it's going to be similar to how he was when he was on the island, or, you know what I'm saying, when he was running with the Bratva, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. But like you said, we do have Ricardo Diaz, who's been one of the best villains on this show, next to Deathstroke, next to what's his name? The other why am I blanking on this? Thea's dad.
Who's dad?
Thea's dad.
Malcolm.
Yeah. Next to Malcolm Merlin.
Yeah.
Malcolm Merlin is more like to me, I look at him as an anti-hero. He's not bad, he's not good, he's just trying to do for his daughter. He's gonna do whatever for his daughter, no matter if it crosses you or not.
I'll agree with that.
But Ricardo Diaz has been damn near the best villain out of every season. You know what I'm saying? Even better than Deathstroke that I've seen. And this man has went and recruited the Longbow Hunters. For people who don't know who the Longbow Hunter is, I'm gonna read a little description right here. It's a deadly group, includes a trio of new characters: Red Dart, Kodiak, and Silencer. I do remember them from like lore that has to do. I'm not a big fan of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I've read Green Arrow comics before. I'm not really too big on them. It's the show that got me into it because I followed Stephen Amell. I grew up a big Marvel boy. You know what I'm saying? So it was Stephen Amell's acting coming from, and y'all can laugh at this you want to, coming from Degrassi. Me recognizing him from that made me check out Arrow. And it was just something of, I wonder how they're going to do this character. The last time I remember seeing Green Arrow on television was the dumb version they had of him on Smallville. So I wanted to see if this was going to be good or was it going to be bad. It ended up being one of my favorite episodes, to the point that, you know, for a fact now that I'm going back and I'm starting to collect Green Arrow comics and everything. I'm into Green Arrow. Pause.
For that.
But I'm looking real forward to the season. I saw in the trailer that there's somebody running around in a hood. It looks too small to be Diggle. So it makes me wonder if Roy's back, and if Roy's running around, you know what I'm saying, as the Green Arrow, or we know Thea's not coming back. She's done. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The actress herself is done. But I want to see how Team Arrow deals with him not being there. How Felicity has to deal with being a mom. You know what I'm saying? Because before, yeah, when he was in trouble and couldn't do nothing, he was there for William. But now Felicity has to be there for William by herself. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic on the show this season. And I'm looking forward to it. And it's picked up. Last season was real good. The season before was a letdown a little bit. I think you agree, except for the finale when you thought everybody died. This season from beginning to end was good. And it's mostly because of the villain. It was mostly because of Ricardo Diaz. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he has, you know, under his sleeve this season. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I do remember, like, from the trailer that at, like, towards the very end he caught up with. It shows in the forest Felicity and William were running, and then out of nowhere in the next panel over in the next screen it shows Diaz with a gun and he pulls the trigger and he's also in a forest. So I'm curious to see if that's alluding to possibly maybe like later episodes where he actually catches Felicity and William on the run, and maybe one of those either get they get severely injured or possibly even killed by Diaz, and how that scene would play into Stephen Amell's Oliver Queen's character. Just wanted to point that one out.
You know what I'm worried about is Felicity seems like she's so bulletproof that if something happened, I think it would have happened to William.
That I low-key, I was honestly thinking the same thing. Because in the other season, remember how, like, she got shot and everything like that? And she turned out just fine at the very end. I mean, yeah, she got crippled and she was in a wheelchair for a while. But now she's got her feet back because, you know, Ray Palmer and everything. So, yeah. I feel like... Because William, I mean, he played like a very crucial role in the last season, but I don't feel like his character is meant to stay in the Arrowverse. That's how I've always seen his character. Because even like when you even talk about the Green Arrow and like other aspects of the actual character in general, you don't really hear much about William, and so I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like he's not meant to stay too long. I feel like that's what's going to drive Oliver Queen to basically get out of prison, or at least, you know, to kind of like do his lone wolf thing again. Like, he's going to be just the Green Arrow. It's not going to be no group. He's not going to have no support staff anymore. It's just that's going to kind of like isolate him. I feel like that's what it's going to do to his character.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I could see it making him, it's either going to drive him to be a better person or make him, you know what I'm saying, stray away more and be a loner. But I don't seen that so much that I want all the whole team fighting and stuff to stop and just get past. There's a lot of people that they could get rid of and use as motivation. Wild Dog, there's too many Black Canaries running around. They can kill off William. The only people I feel that are really untouchable is Diggle and Felicity.
Yeah. See,
anybody else can go. With Thea already gone, anybody else can go.
True. See, what I was thinking, like, if they even attempted to take out Diggle, it wouldn't be in the aspect of his character dying. It would be the aspect of his character kind of having odds with Oliver, and then ends up, you know, going off to do his own thing with his wife, with Argus and everything like that. But I don't see him actually, like, physically dying in the show.
True enough. Now, the trailer I want to talk about, if you can call it a trailer, that I want to talk about next is what was, I believe, I know it was mine, it might have been yours, favorite CW show of last season, Legends of Tomorrow. I don't know if it was your favorite. It was definitely my favorite.
It I mean, the last season. I mean, the last season was definitely my favorite out of all the CW shows. Overall, it's not my favorite show. Just last season, definitely though.
Your favorite show is what's on your hat right now, but I understand. Legends of Tomorrow was the best written show, but as far as for a trailer, all we got were flashes of last season.
Yeah.
And then at the end, a little, I can't remember what Sarah said. That's how throwaway it was. Just like a team up, you know what I'm saying, quote, and then a premiere date. That's all we got.
I mean, at least in the one that I like, it had Constantine. She was talking to Constantine. I remember that, and how she was saying that Constantine, he's a misfit. He's an outcast, like us being the Legends of Tomorrow. And how he's supposed to be a part of the team. It does also showcase certain aspects. Like it had a Constantine popping up on some beach where they're chilling, and he drops a dragon's head like in a bag. That's how like he gets showcased into that thing, and he's like, who was the demon that they pulled out in the last season? I forgot the name.
I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that demon's name because I'm just gonna mess it up.
Anyway,
just talk. I'll look it up.
Constantine was, for his aspect of why he's gonna be a part of the Legends of Tomorrow for next season. When they released the demon from last season, all this other magical creatures also were released from the realm. So that's why you see dragons. You see the dragon head. There's also there's a very quick appearance of a unicorn. Which what's his face? The American guy, Steel. I forgot his name too, but he was like, this is some wacky stuff going on right now, and they see this unicorn, and that's when it goes into they're on the ship and
Mollis. Mollis.
Yeah, Mollis. So when he got released, all this other magical creatures and demons also came out, and that's why Constantine has to join up with the Legends of Tomorrow. Because Sarah and the other legends, they're dealing with, a whole bunch of other anomalies in the space-time, as well as the magical creatures that have appeared throughout timelines, such as the unicorn and the dragons. And I remember it was funny because, like, Sarah asked the group, you should be happy that it was only one dragon. And Ray Palmer was like, well, it wouldn't have hurt if we had more for our ratings. So everybody on the team wanted more than just the one dragon to fight. So I thought that was kind of like a funny comical relief type situation. And then they even, what's his face? Not Barry. The one geeky guy from that one agency that got spawned up.
The comic relief.
Yeah, he's like an interim legend.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that's how they cut the trailer. So I thought that was like a little extra added, like kind of like comic relief.
Well, he's an interim legend. Do you think he's an interim legend because Wally's leaving? We know Wally's leaving. Yeah. I think Wally's leaving. I think the actor's leaving. Period. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully, he could pop up on a show like Titans and actually be the Kid Flash on Titans. But I don't know.
I was hoping for that too. But what I think is he's not leaving like this, like the CW universe. I think he's only leaving Legends Tomorrow because he's going to be playing major roles into the Flash universe, into the Flash series.
But I don't even think he's on Flash. I think the actor itself, I don't know much longer he's going to be around.
Interesting.
For right now on Flash, you already had 2 speedsters. You going to bring a third one?
They already. I mean, which one? Well, they have Barry, and then they have the daughter. But
yeah.
But see, from at least that trailer, what I was seeing, they were trying to push her to go back to her regular time. But if I remember correctly, there was a glimpse of Wally in the trailer.
It is a glimpse of Wally, but I don't know how much Wally you're gonna see. I think that gets you happy and hype, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It could be one episode with Wally. But we'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
I am most hyped to see this season of Legends because I am a Constantine fanatic. I believe that at the time Constantine was on NBC, it was the best comic book show on TV. The actor that they got playing him is amazing. The lore for Constantine is endless, and it's just something that I'm interested in. It's something I feel is missing on, you know what I'm saying, TV, especially with shows like Evil Dead being canceled.
Oh, yeah.
It fills that void. So the legends becoming demon hunters, you know what I'm saying, for a season is something new to me and fresh, because this is something that they haven't done before that they're going to be learning on the fly. So to me, this is how I feel. If they're going to be learning on the fly, who better to learn from than Constantine? And in that case, in fact, is he the new lead for Legends? Because how much do you see Sarah being around with the death of her father?
Which call? For me personally, I think Constantine's just a badass, and I love him to death. Like I just love how his character is, and the actor plays him real well. But in regard, I feel like he's gonna play more of a second in command, just because the rest of the team, at least at the initial start, just because at the beginning, you know how the team is more like a family base, and I don't feel like they'll trust Constantine as much as they'll trust Sarah's judgment. So that's why I feel like at the beginning, Sarah is going to still lead, but in the end, she's going to slowly dwindle down, and she's going to more or less kind of take a back seat when it comes to leading. Constantine will more take over. That's one possibility that I thought of. In terms of her father's death, I feel like she's going to throw herself more into her work versus kind of like shut down. Just because I feel like that's just how her character is she's a very strong-willed character. But another thing that I also thought about was Constantine won't really play a major lead role, like in terms of like being the leader of the group, but he'd more be kind of like, you know, the information specialist, kind of like how what's his face was. Oh man, dude, I'm missing out on all these. It's been too long for this. What's the other half of Firestorm? The old man.
Old man. He doesn't matter anymore.
That's but like just like how he was kind of like he was kind of like the expert on the information.
Martin Stein.
Yeah, Martin Stein. You know, he was kind of the expert when it came to information and stuff. Just as well as like they have a historian, so they already got the history aspect done. But they still need like a specialist and to tell them, on like how to, get things done. I feel like he's going to be more of that kind of aspect too.
But see, the difference between him and them is that Constantine is more than just the person with the information. He is the one that is going to seal these demons. You know what I'm saying? Do all of this. He's a master of the dark arts. He's used to working by himself. He's in any team he's been on, whether it was Justice League Dark or whatever. He's been the forefront. I mean, he's led. Speaking of Justice League Dark, one of the things that I look forward to maybe, can we get a Zatanna? You know what I'm saying? Dead Man? Can we get Swamp Thing? Anybody popping up on Legends? Can we get those references? Can we get a Justice League Dark reference? Because that's honestly what I feel like Legends of Tomorrow is finna be, like a Justice League Dark, the B team.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's how that feels been turned around. But I'm looking forward to it. I love Constantine, and I'm hoping this spins him into getting his own show again, and we can actually get a season 2 of Constantine out of this, or maybe we can get a Justice League Dark live action, or something. That's what I'm looking forward to. Now, now rolling off of this, we go speeding right into like the segue. I know that was corny. We go speeding right into the Barry Allen show, The Flash. What did you think about the Flash trailer?
I like, to be completely honest, it honestly irritated me.
Wow, really?
I mean, I wouldn't. It's not really. I had better hype for it. Like I was getting real hype for it throughout the season, and then like how they showcased it for me, it felt more like kind of like a babysitter thing. And I was just like, come on, man. This is supposed to be more hype for this character. You know, there was supposed to be more for it, and then it was just kind of like it was like Barry and Iris. They were all talking about how like she shouldn't be here. She basically he was talking about her just like how they were talking about Barry when he was first learning the powers of being the Flash, and when he first time jump, and it was just kind of like, why you gotta play it like that? You're doing a repeat of the early, and I mean I get it, she's his daughter and everything like that, but I feel like she would have learned better with Barry being the teacher versus him not really having a teacher, him just figuring it out. I figured that as the Flash, he would pass down his knowledge down to his kids, not just kind of like, oh, figure it out on your own. Or even if they accidentally stumbled upon it, wouldn't he come just chase them, grab them, and then come back, kind of thing? So that's why I feel like I was irritated about it more than kind of like real hype. I mean, I am hyped about the whole aspect that we get to see. If I remember correctly, this is like the initial onslaught of like the Flash War. If I remember correctly, this is like the very start of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that I'm still hyped for that, but just kind of like the capitalization, the aspect where they're throwing her as like a young Barry. That I don't know, that kind of irritates.
Go ahead, keep going.
Well, I mean that's really all. I mean it's just like I don't know, it just irritated me for the whole aspect that she's a young Barry. I mean I get it, like I said, she's the daughter, but it's just. I don't know. I feel like they could have launched that better in my regard. Like they could have went so many different routes with it versus she's just ignorant of the capabilities that she has and how to use it, even though she has Barry as a teacher. So maybe that'll showcase as to why she was more kind of like uncomfortable with talking to her father. Maybe her father and her don't have a very good relationship in the future. Maybe he's more of a stern father. And
or maybe Barry's not around because he disappeared and there's nobody there to teach her that.
I thought about that too, but then I mean I'm thinking of like Iris spent so much time with her. Iris spent so much time with him as the Flash. Ramon, Cisco, he spent so much time with literally figuring how the abilities of Flash worked with Barry. Like she has so many different resources. Even if Barry isn't there, she has someone to at least help guide her powers. So that's why I feel like I don't know. I feel like that's why I'm still kind of I was irritated about it. You back?
Whew, my bad. Took off for a second. Thought you was gonna be talking longer.
No, I just paused like for the last time.
This is what happens when you stream live.
True.
Things happen.
But what I was saying, I just to recap, basically, she has different people to basically support her. Even if Barry isn't there, she's got Cisco, she's got Iris, she's got Caitlin, she's got all these other people who helped Barry learn his powers. So even if he's not there, she still has that kind of support team there for her.
That's dope. I totally agree with you. I feel like it's a reach. I think the plan for her was for her to come back, change what she needed to change, and then go back home. And we all know there's something that's keeping her from going back home, and that'll probably be what most of the basis of the season is about. Is it's blame it on excess. You know what I'm saying? Instead of blame it on Barry, blame it on her because she's finna start her own excess point. Just like there was a flashpoint from what she did, and it's going to be correcting that. When it comes to Flash, there's only so many times they're going to be able to
correct the timeline.
Correct the timeline or do these time-changing stories. We're going to get into the meat of something, but the one thing that I can say is that this season already looks better than what last season was.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. Like I said earlier, like I'm really hoping, like from my understanding, this is kind of like the initial onslaught of the Flash War, and I'm really excited to see how they're going to bring that, to fruition, how they're going to bring that about. Going back to your point on how there's something holding her to their current time, I actually think not that Barry's the one that's missing. I feel like Iris is the one that's not there anymore, particularly because of the conversation that Barry has with XS in the trailer, where he says, he's having a very serious conversation with her in regards to her holding a picture of Barry, Iris, Iris's dad, and all of them, and she looks sad from the picture, and she has an easier time talking with Barry versus talking with Iris. And on top of that, he brings up something about like her having to be honest with him, if I remember correctly, or you need to tell me about this or something like, or why didn't you tell me? It was something along those lines. But it seems like they were having a conversation about Iris. So for my at least for me myself, I believe that Iris isn't going to be around in the future, and she's trying. I assume that the reason why she's not around anymore is due to XS, something that she has done in the future, and she's trying to correct her mistake from that. And she just went back too far in the timeline to fix it. So she's going way back to make sure that it won't happen.
Okay.
So that's why I feel like it might quite possibly be she might have very good like ability on gauging how to go back in time. She's probably still trying to learn her abilities. Like she was still going and training with the future Barry Allen, but she wanted, because of the situation that happened with Iris, she just wanted to go and get it done, kind of thing. Like how Barry was irrational back when he found out with what's his face, his evil version of himself, the God Flash or whatever.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And how he was trying to prevent Iris from dying, and he was going to stop at nothing to get it done. I feel like that's kind of like how they're playing this with XS. There's something going on with Iris. She's trying to take care of it, but she's not being rational about it. And that's why she can't figure out how to get back to her regular timeline. That's why she's stuck.
So you think it's just a recycle of one of the same storylines, just with different characters, basically?
Kinda.
So you basically saying is Dragon Ball Super Broly is the same origin story. It's finna be the same exact thing, just different looks for the characters.
I mean, it might not. I'm not saying necessarily the exact same. I'm just saying like it has a similar theme to it. It's not going to be exactly like they're not going to 100% rehash it. There's going to be similar themes, and it's going to be more dramatic because, like I said, I feel like this is. If I remember correctly, like they stated that this is the initial like beginning of the Flash War. I feel like because of what is going to occur in this season is going to spark the Flash War. So I feel like what XS is doing in the next season is going to have more weight to it than what Barry was trying to do for Iris back in that season.
Okay.
But yeah, it's going to be more dramatic. That would probably be a better way to put it.
I dig you on that. I definitely feel you on that. If you guys want to know about Supergirl and the Supergirl trailer, that's not something we're gonna discuss. Even though the Supergirl trailer looks amazing. Last season of Supergirl was amazing.
I can't put any words on that one. I didn't watch it. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't watch it. I'm working on it. But
if you want to know about Supergirl. Give me a second right here. Let me show you guys something right quick. Where's it at? Which window is it? If you guys want to know about Supergirl, you can head right over. I think I did this. Oh, here it goes. I almost did this absolutely wrong, bro. You can head right over, right here to youtube.com. /A+opinions. These cats over here, man, they have some of the best reviews when it comes to geek and nerd pop culture. And everything we just talked about, as you can see, they have broke down everything that we had talked about right now, and they got some amazing insight and information on that right there. As you can see, the Flash season 5 official trailer review, the Gifted season 2, Supergirl season 4, Arrow season 7. They got some really good content over there. Y'all go ahead and go check that out. Make sure you subscribe, hit the note, you know what I'm saying? hit the little notification bell, ding ding, and I suck at sound effects. So to learn about everything like that. But you could also subscribe, hit the notification bell for this page right here, because this is going to be the only place. Well, I'm sorry, we're going to have a new home on NerdMix YouTube page next week. But this right here is where the only place you can get NerdMix Live, where you get me interacting with Forsaken and us interacting with guests that come in every once in a while, which I want to get Adam from GameStop on here.
Adam.
Yeah.
I can hit him up right now if you want.
Yeah, I want to get Adam from GameStop on here. I would love to have some conversations with him about what's going on. But over here at A Plus Opinions, man, they do all types of reviews. Y'all like my commercial plug, by the way? Have you guys ever wanted to get your nerd and geek pop culture reviews all in one place? Feel like you can know everything. So when you go to school tomorrow, you know what's what and everything nerd and geek pop culture? Well, head right on over to youtube.com/A Plus Opinions, where they have all your Power Ranger, Supergirl, Flash, Arrow, Krypton, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Dragon Ball Super, Black Lightning, and much, much more. A Plus Opinions. Don't forget that, because you know what they do. They keep it A plus. I should start charging for that. But nah. No, those are good people over there. I do have to say, I do, you know what I'm saying, lay one of my hats over there. I do reviews and stuff for them and everything over there, but they're good people. They invited us in. They support us, so we support them. That's how we do.
Sure.
You give what you get. But nah, if y'all want to know how that Supergirl trailer was, how the Gifted trailer was, and some of them other things when it comes to comic book television, head over there, watch those reviews, get that info, because right now we're going into something else. Bruh, did you see that Godzilla trailer?
I saw bits and pieces of it.
You saw bits and pieces of it?
I didn't see the whole thing yet. I didn't have the chance to actually really sit down and watch it. Right now I'm on the phone trying to call Adam to see if he wants to hop on.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, he didn't pick one. I him too though, but he's probably asleep by now. He probably's got to work in the morning.
Yeah, that's all good. Well, they had a bunch of good stuff drop, man. They had the Shazam, Godzilla, Aquaman, were three of the big ones. Glass, that's the third movie in the whole Unbreakable trilogy. It was a lot of good. I mean, I was surprised at how much stuff they were dropping to have it come out. A lot of the panels I watched were really good. I got a chance to watch I can't remember the name of it. It was the new it was the pilot for the show that Kevin Smith has where they run the weed dispensary. I got to check
A couple shows like that. I couldn't tell you.
It's Kevin Smith though, dude. It's Silent Bob.
I understand that. I'm just saying I don't know the name of it. You know how many shows there are about weed on fucking Netflix alone? Like I can't or Hulu even. There's a whole bunch of them on Hulu. Dude, I can't keep track of all them shows, dude. There's just so many that as I'm searching for my show, that'll just pop up like, oh, you might be interested in this. Or, oh, this is similar to this. There's just too many, dude.
Hold on. See, this is why we have Google. Hollyweed. That's what it's called. Hollyweed. Check it out. It's really interesting. It's like Clerks meets weeds. That's honestly what it is. I feel like I'm watching Clerks, except they're running a weed dispensary instead.
It's got Silent Bob in it. I'm in.
Yeah.
It's
Kevin Smith, you know what I'm saying, nerd mixer for life, friend of the show. A lot of stuff is happening, I'm guessing. What was I getting ready to talk about? I totally blanked. This is why I'm a horrible host.
Aquaman, you brought up this show called Glass. You brought up Godzilla.
Godzilla was good, but if you only saw bits and pieces, I don't want to go there. They can also go to the Facebook pages of A Plus Opinions and Sci-Fightology, and they can see all the content about the blah blah about the Godzilla. Did you check out the Shazam trailer?
Yes, I did. Yes.
What were your thoughts on that?
I loved the interactions between the characters. I thought they played that real well. So, like, whatchamacallit, first and foremost, when the little kid, I forgot his name already, but the little kid
Billy Batson.
What's up?
Billy Batson.
Yeah, when Billy goes to actually meet Shazam, you know how he talks when he, you know, like he laughs and he's like, "Are you serious? That's really your name?"
No, this is the most like, oh crap, what was that? This is the most homoerotic thing. I don't even know that's the proper term. I just hear it a lot. Thing that happened when he goes, "Say my name and be imbued with my powers."
Hey man, look, I just thought that was funny because he's like, "I don't even know your name. What's your name?" And he's like, "Shazam." And then the minute he pauses and he's like, "Really? Are you serious right now? Your name's Shazam? You really want me to say that out loud?" I thought that was the funniest shit ever. Like
stranger danger.
Just seeing that little ass kid talk to this old ass man, and this man wants him to say his name, Shazam. Thought that was hilarious. Even more so when Billy is Shazam and he's talking to his friend, his crippled friend or whatever. Just the interactions between them, he still has that aspect, like the adult actor. He plays it on very well that he's portraying a young kid.
Yeah, it's like, did you ever? Now I'm gonna show my age a little bit. Did you ever get to watch that movie, Big, with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito?
Yes.
That's what it reminded me of.
Well, funny enough, like I was watching a review about the Shazam trailer. They actually brought that reference into the review.
Well, hold on. Was that the show? Was that Big? No, hold on. No, Big was with what's his name that played Forrest Gump, right?
What's his name? Damn, I forgot his name. But I know who you're talking about, Forrest Gump.
Yeah, that was him when he went to the little thing and then wished to be older and it made him big. Yeah. And then he had to live.
It's called Big, and the show is basically about a character. I forgot the character's name, but he has like a wish. He has like a wishing machine or whatever. Yeah, that's the reference that they brought about into the show, like into their review on the Shazam movie. And I thought that was a funny reference. But instead of whatchamacallit, a wishing machine, it's a superpower. That was the reference that they were bringing about. So I think that's funny that you also brought the same reference onto the table.
I'm curious to see who the villain is. I don't recognize the guy when he punched him and he was actually to hold him back, because we know Black Adam is getting his own movie due to the Rock's involvement, and Rock wanting to play Black Adam.
Right.
So I'm just wondering who the villain is. So because I haven't really researched too much on it. I just waited on the trailer to come out because when the initial pictures of the suit and everything came out, I was like, ugh. But actually seeing it in the trailer and watching everything work,
it looks
really good. And this is going to be DC's Spider-Man. That's exactly what this is going to be. This is going to be that movie, that fun-loving family, you know what I'm saying, action comedy that everybody can go. And this is the movie that they should have tried at first to branch out. You know what I'm saying? In my feelings, Aquaman and Shazam should have been the leads. Wonder Woman was cool. She could have did her own thing, but Justice League came too early. It should have been like Justice League. They could have did their Superman movies and never had a hint that the stuff was in the same world, like drop clues,
Right.
Have your Superman movies. You could have had your Batman Superman without Wonder Woman in it, had your Wonder Woman movie, had your Aquaman movie, had your Shazam movie, and then started to tease your Justice League. But they're in such a rush to catch up to what Marvel and Disney are doing that
I was just about to say, like they couldn't play the same game as Marvel did. They just had hindsight 2020 is a bitch, man. That's pretty much it.
Definitely. My bad. I'm everybody's asking me questions. I'm like, y'all can ask me in the chat. Ask me in the chat. There's only 3 of y'all in here, and y'all asking me questions on Facebook. Ask me in the chat.
Well, which chat are you doing? Because like I'm on the Google Hangouts chat.
Well, that I'm saying, ask me. People are messaging me on Facebook Messenger. like questions and stuff. I'm like, the chat is right there. Just ask me in the chat.
Well, are they in the chat though? You might have to invite them to the group chat before they.
I'm not that smart.
That's why I think that they're asking you questions on Facebook.
Oh, well, I'm not that smart. They could figure that out. There's no invite button for me to invite them to the chat. They're just in here. I mean, you should see the chat. Look, I'm gonna learn how to do this better. It's my first time doing it. Get over it. We're learning. We're learning on the go. We do as much. We do too much as it is now.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. I mean, you know what we could do? I mean, if you're on YouTube or whatever, you can just have them comment on the YouTube live stream and we can just respond there.
Yeah, y'all can do that. Comment on the YouTube live stream. We'll respond there.
Well, I gotta get to it.
Where's Josie at? Is Josie in here?
Yeah, well, Josie's messaging me on just regular text.
Man, tell her to get on the YouTube thing. I need for everybody who don't know, anytime we say Josie, that's Anna America.
Yeah,
you got to turn it down. That's Anna America. She's the one who designed the chibi, which I'll show you later and stuff that's on the t-shirts. She designed logos and stuff for us. She's an amazing artist. I'm trying to talk her into doing like a 4-page manga. I don't know if she's going to do it. But she is amazing. You can check out some of her work on Instagram. Is it on Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram. She's here, by the way. She's messaged like 5 times.
Okay, so Anna is Instagram Anna America, right?
I believe so. I mean, you could type it in the chat, babe. You're here. I see your messages. You could type it into the chat. And she says yas.
She said yas.
OS. YEOS.
Okay, yeah, I see her on the live chat too on the Facebook. Okay, that's cool. We got it. We got it going.
I see her on the YouTube.
I'm saying I got her on the YouTube right now. I got her on the YouTube. Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot I had a phone. But back to it. Another big thing launched over the past week that me and you have not got a chance to talk about because we haven't crossed paths. We normally sit down and talk about this stuff before we do this. But the Dragon Ball Super Broly trailer.
Oh shit.
That animation is ridiculously good.
I was just about to. It was beautiful. That's all I gotta say.
And I love the fact that they're making Broly canon. I like the updates on him. I like the fact that they made his gear match remember the glove his father had on in the first movie? Mm-hmm. Like his gear matches that glove. The only thing that I'm not happy about is that this seems like it's gonna be a rehash from like the original Broly movie where Broly just come and just smashes on them. And this is another thing I understand. I don't understand the aspect of leveling in Dragon Ball. It's never made sense because Broly in his normal state was smashing Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan like it was nothing.
Yeah.
That made no sense to me because we watched a fused legendary who had control of legendary Super Saiyan, a fused Khalifa.
But then again, they figured that out like on the like pretty much right then and there. Broly, for all we know, Broly has been doing this since Planet Vegeta's gone down. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how strong Broly was at the onslaught of everything. You know what I'm saying? Whereas we found out that like Kale and all them, you know, they learned their stuff like right then and there. Like we were able to see their powers like grow. Whereas Broly, we just get them at full. I wouldn't say full strength, but we get them at this insane strength. So that's why I feel like for all we know, like, because like even back in the original movie, like we don't really see him in base form. We see him in what? We see him in just the regular Super Saiyan Broly, basically like his regular badass.
Nah, and in the original movie, when they explained the backstory, he was being controlled by his dad and he wasn't base form. When his dad lost control of him, I think he died or something. I can't remember. It's been so long since I watched that movie. Right. So he lost control of him and then he would go into Super Saiyan form. But this is my thing with it. It's that it's like he's already stronger than Jiren. Is what it feels like to me. If it just doesn't make if for some reason I'm pretty sure that maybe some part in this movie Goku's gonna slip into Ultra Instinct, or what if my happy day would be Vegeta actually getting Ultra Instinct Omen, or you know what I'm saying, the full control of Ultra Instinct. But I feel like they're gonna have Broly or Broly, however y'all pronounce it, smash. It just feels like that, like he's gonna smash Ultra Instinct.
Well, I mean, it shows that they're all like on the ropes when they're doing the Super Saiyan. I'm just gonna say Super Saiyan Blue, right? Just because
you don't want to say Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
That's just too long to say. But,
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue.
Too much. All right, so Super Blue, right. So like it already showed like he's in his base form. He's basically he's mopping the floor with them. I mean, Jiren did a very similar thing though in Dragon Ball Super. Like even though Goku was in Super Saiyan Blue and Vegeta being in Super Saiyan Blue, I mean he was able to fight both of them at the same time while they were in that form and still pretty much come out on top in the fight. And even more so, I personally think that we didn't even get to see Jiren at his full strength. I mean, we like at the time it was from what it looks like it was, but I feel like Jiren has more potential. You know what I'm saying? Like he has an ability that is stronger than what he utilized during the Tournament of Power, but he just couldn't access it because he didn't know how.
No, I don't think it's the fact that he couldn't access it. I think it was the fact that the Tournament of Power had rules and they weren't allowed to kill. I feel like Jiren could have killed everybody in that tournament the 5 minutes into the tournament, but the whole problem was you had to ring out people. You couldn't kill people. So Jiren fought with a handicap the entire tournament. The only reason Goku and them are allowed to win is because he cannot kill you. Now here you got Broly who can kill you, and the thing I don't understand about the Z Fighters is this is a life or death situation, and you want to test your abilities against somebody instead of getting, you know what I'm saying, getting something over with.
No, continue.
Goku to me has always been the villain of Dragon Ball, especially Dragon Ball Z, because he's the one who always wants to fight the strongest person. It especially showed in Super when he was the one that put every single universe at risk because he wants to fight stronger people and start the Tournament of Power. And I really understood how the other universes felt looking at Goku. Even Goku's friends were like, what are you doing? Like, he didn't even want to tell them that the universes were at risk, that it was about prize money, because he knew how they would look at him.
Right. See, I completely understand that. I completely agree personally myself that he's the villain, because, I mean, there's every evidence stating that he is, right? Well, supporting that he is. But I feel like he can't. The reason why he can't help that, the reason why he wants to continue to fight stronger and stronger opponents, is because of his Saiyan blood, his drive, his determination that he wants to get stronger and stronger. He wants to fight something that's stronger than him. You know, because we all know that for Super Saiyan, for Saiyans, they get stronger the more they fight. The stronger the opponent, the stronger that they get. And I feel like that's why Goku keeps doing it. Not because it is because he wants to, but it's not like the typical want. I feel like it's more of a need to do it.
Right. I can get that.
Right. Because, like, I mean, if he doesn't fight stronger opponent, if he doesn't go out, like, you know, because Jiren isn't going to just fight, just for the sake of fighting. You know, he's going to fight. You know, he fought specifically to protect his universe. And that's where Goku plays on those weaknesses, in essence, of his opponents. You know, he knows they won't fight him just to fight, and that he won't be able to get their full power out of them if they know nothing's at risk. By doing the stuff the way that he's been doing it, that way he gets their full potential. I mean, yes, he risks a lot, and he's very stupid for the shit that he does. But he does get the strength that he's looking for, the determination of his opponents to basically stomp him to the ground. And that's what I feel like. He's looking, basically, from what I see, for the ultimate fight, which I mean, we see a lot of the times. Like we saw it, you know, in like kind of like with Cell and everything back in Dragon Ball. We see it with Jiren just recently with Dragon Ball Super. You know, he has the ultimate fight. But now that he's unlocked this Ultra Instinct ability, you know, he feels like now for me, he feels like he can go another step further. He can keep getting stronger. He hasn't hit his cap yet.
Okay, I get you. So, basically, this is how this movie's gonna go. They're gonna meet Broly for the first time. This actually makes Broly canon, which is cool. Which is I hope they take the time to make Gogeta canon as well in this movie. Broly's gonna smash them. They're gonna level up, smash Broly. Broly's gonna go Super Saiyan Legendary. He's gonna smash them again, and then one of these Z fighters is gonna unlock some type of power. Which, if they're smart, and which I want, well, not if they're smart, what I want them to do, it would be Gohan that reaches the new level and end up defeating Broly. That's how the movie's gonna go. But at least it'll be my first Dragon Ball movie that I've seen in theaters. So that's what's going to get me for. I know we're going to be there probably day it comes out. I'm definitely taking off of work for that.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Day one, and we're going to go check that out. Now, I want to do something slick. I'm going to put a picture on the screen.
All right.
You let me know if you saw this trailer, and if you did, tell me how you felt about this, okay?
Get that picture up first before you show the screen. Yes. Hold on. Wait, I saw that Titans trailer.
Okay.
I did. Yeah, I had to look at it a second. Yeah. Yes, I did.
All right.
So
how do you feel about Robin and the excuse my French for any young listeners, fuck Batman?
I thought that was hilarious. Like I literally I watched this trailer like 3 or 4 times just to see that scene, just to hear that line. I thought that was hilarious.
Right.
Absolutely. And I like, not only because that scene is really funny, but because it also shows it shows a character relationship. It shows their character relationship right now. So this shows the aspect of why really the Titans goes to be. Robin splits off to do his thing because he doesn't like how Batman has been running the show. He doesn't want to be the sidekick anymore because Batman's being the asshole that he is. So I like, not only like that scene specifically for the comedy of it, but because of what it gives to the plot. If you really go into it, you know.
Right.
So, but just like how it goes, you know, like where they're like, "Where's Batman?" and he just literally stomps them down, and he just goes, "Fuck Batman!" It was honestly probably like that was probably my favorite scene of all the all of the trailers that I saw. Like the only one that would possibly even rival it would be the Shazam, where it's Shazam and his friend in the supermarket,
in the convenience store.
Yeah, the convenience store. And the dudes shoot at him, and he's like freaking out. And then he's like,
"No." My thing was, the best part about that scene was he didn't say you're indestructible. He said you have bullet immunity.
Right. That's the only other scene that I can possibly think of that I thought was on the same level of, you know, comedy to that scene. But the reason why I think that Titan scene is better is just for that character, not the character, but just for the plot details that it gives to it, you know.
That's what it do. That's what it do. I'm glad you liked it. Everybody was thinking, oh no, Robin's not supposed to be like that. I'm like, what if this is a Robin? What if this whole type thing is set post Killing Joke or something like that? When you got a Barbara Gordon who's in a relationship with Robin. Well, it was Nightwing at the time, but if they rewrite it so it's Robin because he's older right now before he became Nightwing, and Batman slept with Barbara. You know what I'm saying? Then had the Joker do to Barbara what he did to Barbara, put her in a wheelchair. It's a lot of factors that can go into him feeling the way he felt. This could be him having daydreaming, or you know what I'm saying, about how he would handle something. It doesn't necessarily have to be an action that he actually did. It could be a scene of him being like, yeah, this is how I would be if, you know what I'm saying, it was for what happened. And there's a lot of people saying, well, Robin killed. I was like, I don't think he killed a person up, to be honest with you. I feel he broke a lot of bones and he made people bleed. I think Robin in that scene did his best Daredevil impression.
That's fair. For me personally, I agree with your statement there. However, I don't think that it was actually like him dreaming about it. I actually think that that was actually what happened. I don't think he killed anybody, but I feel like this is where he's trying to figure out who he is as a hero, who he is as the superhero, right? So this is post Batman, pre Teen Titans, right? So that's why I feel like he's still trying to find who he is as the hero, and that's why he's doing the things that he does. And I feel like just from how the other characters look, like how Beast Boy, how Raven, how they looked in their aspects of the trailer, this is supposed to be, the cheery, this isn't supposed to be like, that crap show Teen Titans Go. This isn't supposed to be like that. It is supposed to be how like the original Teen Titans were. It was a mysterious show. It was more serious. It's not supposed to be childlike. They are, the nitty gritty. These are, the real stuff that they have to do. It's supposed to be, dramatic, impactful. It's not supposed to be comical, 100% of the time. Or in the generic essence of that.
How do y'all feel about the Titans trailer? Let us know in the YouTube top chat right there. Let us know how you feel. We'll be paying attention to answering your questions and all that. We are giving away a couple of prizes. Not gonna let y'all know what they is yet. We'll let you know at the end of the video. Not too much else really had my attention that came out of there. But there's something I want to ask you. What are you playing right now for video game wise?
Video game wise? Well, before we actually switch to this, I wanted to bring up a question to everybody too. I'm curious because we all know from at least from the TV series of Teen Titans that Cyborg was a part of the Teen Titans, was a part of Titans. But we don't see him at all in the trailer for Titans. So I'm curious what people think. What is their kind of, opinion, idea of where he's at? What are their theories? Like maybe does he show up later, or is he not even going to be a part of the Titans?
No, he's not going to be a part of the Titans. Cyborg is now officially a member of the Justice League. It's been like that with the canon, with the cartoons and everything that's going on. For the Titans, it would be Starfire, Beast Boy, Robin, Raven, Hawk, and Dove. Okay. That would be the Teen Titans. Cyborg in a lot of medium hasn't been a member of the team for a long while. Yeah, forget the video game stuff. We can do that on Game and Share. Young Justice season 3.
I'm hyped.
Trailer dropped.
It dropped?
It dropped. You haven't seen the trailer?
No, I didn't know it dropped.
Man, I posted it in the Sci-Fightology on the Sci-Fightology Facebook page. A+ Opinions posted it first, and I shared it to the Sci-Fightology page. Bruh, are you watching it now?
Shh.
We're in the middle of a live stream. You're gonna watch the trailer, dude. It's like. Have you watched any other Young Justice? Have you watched season 1 and season 2?
Oh yeah.
Okay, because it's a recap of season 2, and then it goes into what's going on now. But you're really finna watch the trailer right now? Because you're finna watch the trailer right now. I'm gonna do a merch plug.
I'm looking. I can't find it. I'm looking.
Look, Young Justice season 2 trailer. Just look on YouTube.
Okay. I couldn't find it on the group.
I'm gonna let y'all know right again because I gotta plug my boys because I don't know if I did it right before. All right, guys. Just to let y'all know. These are some of our people. We love them. This is A+ Opinions. Everything we're talking about today, you can go get a legit, I'm going to say, professional review. I work with them. I review some stuff for them. on this page, A Plus Opinions on YouTube. You can check it out, A Plus Opinions on YouTube. They review everything nerd and geek pop culture. Just to show you guys a few that are on here. You get Power Rangers, Supergirl, The Flash, Arrow, Krypton, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Dragon Ball Super, Black Lightning, just to name a few that they cover weekly. You guys come check that out. We got all the SDCC Comic-Con reviews right here. You know what I'm saying? Recent uploads. Check them out. Show them some love. Subscribe and click the notification bell. Subscribe and click the notification bell. It's a beautiful community. They do a lot of stuff on the Facebook page as well, A Plus Opinions, and on Twitter, A Plus Opinions. One of the people that got me into doing reviews, Mr. Adam Perez, who put me behind this microphone and gave me a chance, put me in front of this camera, gave me a chance to bring this reviews and stuff to y'all. So make sure y'all go show some love. Check him out. Another thing I want to show you guys right quick, Random Radio Podcast Show. Now, this just isn't your normal podcast. This is for unsigned underground artists. That's all they play. You won't get no mainstream. You get the real gritty sound, just amazing artists that really don't have another platform they can go, and they put these people out and let their music be heard everywhere. They have a new episode that comes out every Sunday. All the past episodes are here. A lot of great talent, especially from Northwest Indiana, Chicago area, LA. Come check them out. That's a Random Radio Podcast Show on YouTube. Every Sunday a new episode comes up. If you are an unsigned underground artist and you're wanting to get your music heard, you can submit your music to rrpshow@gmail.com. It's completely free. If they choose your music, you will be played on the show. You can even be featured into the Random Battle of the Week. If you win the Random Battle of the Week, you get featured into the Random Battle of the Month. If you win the Random Battle of the Month, you go into the Random Radio Hall of Fame. And then you get your music featured at the beginning of every episode every time you win. And it's just more promotion for you. So what do you got to lose? It's free. rrpshow@gmail.com. Make sure you guys check that out. To let you guys know, NerdMix ourselves, we do have our own store on Etsy. You just go to Etsy, type in NerdMix. It comes right up. We got all these beautiful NerdMix wear for you to wear, including our new design, which is the NerdMix comic book with the Thanos gauntlet on. Y'all can check that out. And just to let y'all know, for everybody that shows proof, okay? So I want you guys to do, go on to A Plus Opinions, subscribe, leave a comment on one of their videos saying that NerdMix sent you here. Leave a comment saying NerdMix sent you here. Subscribe, and to our page right now on this video, hit subscribe. Let us know that you are here. Tag us. Say that NerdMix, we're here. You do those two things, I will be giving one of these shirts away. I'll be giving one to one male, one female, any color, any size you need. Just do that, and we'll randomly choose somebody to get this new NerdMix design, okay? But just to let you guys know, we do have other things up here right now. We got aprons for my boys who be up there barbecuing. We got tote bags. We got hoodies. We got T-shirts. We put up at least 2 designs every week, so you guys make sure y'all check that out and be a part of this contest, man. All right. You ready?
Yeah, I was honestly gonna say I was just gonna like let you do that, but I wasn't gonna watch the video. I'm out.
All right. Well, we all know when Young Justice left off with the reach and the light and everything like that. This basically is going to take place with them dealing with the struggle of Wally being dead. We all know he's probably in the Speed Force. Anybody who's ever read comic books, but they're dealing with that. Nightwing and them have taken a step back because they're just dealing with the loss of Wally, and I'm guessing they feel at fault. But there's this whole thing that's going on right now where they're trafficking metahumans, and they have to come in and try to stop that. But it seems like it's gonna be a really good storyline. I saw a lot of flashes of different people that I'm interested in seeing. You saw Shazam, you saw Flash, you saw Lobo. You saw a whole bunch, you know what I'm saying, of different people that I'm really interested in. You saw Batman fighting Bane, you know. So I like the human trafficking for the metahumans, the people who test the positive metahuman gene. Looks like they're kidnapping them, selling them off to the highest bidder, and activating their powers. You know what I'm saying? So they could become enslaved to, you know, what's going on. So it seems like it's going to be a really, really good season. It can only be watched on the DC Universe Stream app. And right now they have the app for a year. It's $79.99, but they're giving you 15 months for that $79.99. They're giving you 3 months free. To me, that's worth it. It makes it like $4 a month. You know, it's already cheaper than Netflix. The only problem that we seem to be having, though, is that you got Disney finna start it out. You got Netflix, you got Hulu, you got this. It's just a lot of apps, a lot of money going out. Like $79.99 for that. You got $10, like $10 to $13 for Netflix. You got the $79.99 for Hulu, $7.99 for Hulu. I'm trying to make them expensive as hell. $7.99 for Hulu, and then you got Disney getting ready to start theirs. Plus, you got your Xbox, your PlayStation, your Switch. I mean, it's starting to get expensive to enjoy all the content that we like to enjoy. I mean, how do you feel about that $79.99 price tag on that DC Universe streaming app?
I mean, how you explain it, you know, it's like $4 a month. I mean, it just depends on your kind of your view. I mean, for me personally, I mean, to watch the one show, I'm pretty sure I can find Young Justice somewhere, somewhere for free. I mean, to support the show, I would definitely pay that out.
Fire stick.
So, but you know, like to support the show, I'd for sure pay that out. On top of that, you know, you don't only just get Young Justice; you get more than just that show out of it. For me personally, I think it's worth just for Young Justice. But I mean, you know, I'm sure that there's a whole bunch of other shows that they'll be showing, you know, within that 15 months. Plus, they're giving you 3 months for free. I mean, you're paying, let's say, even if you got the base thing for Netflix, it's like $10 a month, right? For just the base account. You're paying $10. That's $120 for just 12 months of Netflix. Yeah, you get a lot of shows, but how many of those shows do you actually watch on Netflix? You're paying $10. That's $120 a year. You're paying $80 for 15 months, and you also get you get a variety of shows. You don't only just get Young Justice off of it.
Yeah, but Netflix is putting billions behind for new content. The Netflix it may not be a show for you, but look, I started watching Friends from College on accident and binged that one day at a time. And binge both seasons of that. I mean, you end up just finding random stuff on Netflix because there's so much content up there.
For sure, and like I mean, I get that, but I'm just more specifically looking at the price wise, because I'm not. I mean, yes, Netflix does give you a lot, but I'm just saying like the DC stream also gives you, you know, a variety of shows. You know, I'm just making that comparison in that aspect. In terms of pricing, it isn't all that bad. You know, if you look at it,
I could definitely understand what you're saying.
It's the same thing like Hulu. Hulu, it's $8 a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're what? That's $96 bucks. It's still about $100 for a whole year, right? And you get a variety of shows just like you do with Netflix. So I mean, you know, $80 for it's not that bad.
Yeah, Hulu seems more like a cable replacement though. Like you get more of network shows and stuff. That seems like an option where if you don't want to actually have cable or satellite.
Oh, for sure. I mean, like I rock with Hulu. You know.
Now with the DC Universe, you're actually getting they say you're getting exclusive original series. Titans, Doom Patrol, Swamp Thing, Young Justice Outsiders, and even a Harley Quinn show.
Yeah, Harley Quinn's supposed to have it's like an all-female Suicide Squad style kind of show.
Yeah, and then you're getting you're getting all the anime movies like the Flashpoint Paradox, Batman Dark Knight Returns. You're getting the classic legendary films like Superman, the Tim Burton Batmans and all that stuff. We get we're gonna have the classic Batman animated series. So that hands down to me makes it worth it.
Right.
You get the Wonder Woman TV series, all the classics, the old school Batmans with Adam West and stuff like that. Then you also get comics. So you actually get the add on your digital long box of comics. So everything from Rebirth and up. So it's like it's gonna be like a world-class comic reader. Now, see, I think that's what did it for me, was the fact that you actually get to go back and like I told you, I wanted to bring them Green Arrows and stuff like that. That I'm actually gonna have that library of comics that I can go into, and that it's all included in that one subscription. So I think they're giving you a decent amount of content for that. And I don't know if the $79.99 deal is gonna last for how long, because it could be something that is just a pre-order thing. The price of the service could go up. So why wouldn't you try to get that now? I know it's like $7.99 for something that's not even out, but the content that is worth. I watch people put $400 down pay $400 for a pair of Jordans or some Yeezys or something like that, man. But this is actually that you're not even gonna wear. You're gonna put up on your wall. This is something for us nerds, geeks, people who enjoy this type of genre. To do it. This time in life right now is no better time to be a geek. I mean, we're what's popular. Our medium is everywhere. The content that we love to see is all over television. It's just everywhere. And I've never been prouder. It's like it's cool to be a geek. Being a geek is what gets you laid now.
I mean, dude, they do have that whole thing about the fake geek called hipsters. Just throwing that one out there. So I mean, literally, people are trying to be wannabe geeks and nerds. So I mean, yeah, we're on the rise right now, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
You just got that picture I sent you, right?
Yeah, Josie's not funny. On America, you're not funny at all. I wonder if she just entered that contest I talked about and just went and subscribed and hit the notification bell, left a comment on A Plus Opinions YouTube page. She could try to win a T-shirt of something that she didn't design, that she's not going to get for free. How about that?
I can hear it now. She's going to be saying boo right now. Just like a long boo.
A long boo?
Yeah. Like
that's what's coming.
Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it now. But all right. So we talked about Young Justice. We're talking about the DC app, right? Or the DC live streaming services. Well, what's next, man? Which one?
In all honesty, what I want to talk about next for me and you to sit here and have a conversation with is it's been long enough, and this is something I wanted to wait to talk about. And this is probably how we're going to end this right now. But what was your reaction to Avengers Infinity War? I'm sorry to bring up the feels.
I'm still hurting. Let's just leave it at that. I'm still hurting. But I respect it. It hurts, but I respect it, the way that they went about the first part.
Yeah.
I do respect it.
Okay. Did you get to see Ant-Man?
Not yet. No, not yet.
Okay, so
at all? Or no?
I don't. Yeah, I saw it. I got that A-listers pass, $19.99 a month. You get to see 3 movies a week.
Okay.
Yeah, I just went ahead and did it. Why not? It makes sense. And it's like I got like a $5 popcorn bucket or something. Like I just bring the bucket in and pay $5 and I get a large popcorn and then free refills for the rest of the time.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so it's definitely worth it. I didn't bring that up to talk about the Infinity War. I brought that up to just make a blanket statement. The Incredibles 2 is the best superhero movie I've seen since Winter Soldier.
All right, I can't make any comments on that because I haven't seen Incredibles 2 yet. And I'm real pissed off that I haven't seen it yet because I was gonna see it on day one, but I had shit going on, so I couldn't do it. But right now I'm just trying to, because me and Anna America, we're trying to watch that. So that's why I've been kind of slacking on it, because we've been trying to find a time for us to watch it together. But I wait. When did the first Incredibles came out? What, 2011, something like that. I've waited 7 years for it. I could wait a little bit longer, and I've been waiting for it for this long. If it's not good, let's just say we're not gonna have a happy camper.
It's the best movie. It's the best movie I've seen in I don't know how long. It's that damn good. It's to the point that my next you saw what my next T-shirt design is,
bro. Yeah, I know, and I'm like, dude, there's still memes from the first Incredibles prior to even Incredibles 2 coming out. Dude, honey, where's my super suit? That shit's still going loud and strong, bro. That shit's still going strong. So there ain't no way that Incredibles 2 ain't gonna be one of the greatest damn shows, greatest movies that has come out in the recent years.
All right, that's what
I've been waiting for it. I know, and I'm real mad that I haven't seen it yet. But it's just, I gotta be patient.
All right, well, you go check out that Young Justice trailer.
But
you make sure you go see Ant-Man and the Wasp, and you make sure you go see Incredibles 2, so we can be right back here and talk about that stuff, because we can't talk about it if you haven't seen it.
That's fair. But just to, at least, because I brought this up earlier in this stream, which called how, you know, all the Avengers, it's kind of, this is the end of their contracts and they're not looking to renew. Bringing back to the Infinity War, it is, for me, that the reason why I respect it is it's a good way for them to, in essence, go out. That's why I'm bringing it back up. Just because we talked about it at the beginning.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I feel like we're only losing 2 Avengers. We're only gonna lose 2 Avengers. We're getting a Black Widow movie.
Oh,
yeah, we're gonna lose 2 Avengers. We might lose Thor. I don't know if we're gonna lose Thor, but I feel like we're only losing Captain America and Iron Man.
Well, yeah, well, no, for sure.
And they're already being replaced, because in my world, if I was writing it and I was writing these movies, there's a young lady called Ironheart that takes over. You know what I'm saying? That takes over for Iron Man.
Yeah.
To me, there's already somebody. It necessarily doesn't have to be the same character that it was. It doesn't have to be Riri. Shuri kind of sounds like Riri to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Shuri, Riri. You know what I'm saying? Shuri nickname can be Riri. I don't know. But I think she could be prime to be that Ironheart character.
And she does have that, you know, the technological background to do it.
And she is young enough.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, though, I mean, I wouldn't say this is a spoiler, but if you know the Black Panther background, she does end up becoming Black Panther after T'Challa.
Yeah, and I don't think that's going to happen.
So I don't think that's going to happen either in the movie universe right now. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think that they're going to put her as the Ironheart lady.
I think you capitalize on her popularity and capitalize on it while she's still the age to play the character. And you know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and just run with it. That's what you do, because Chadwick Boseman because they could always take her out of that suit and make her the Black Panther if Chadwick Boseman decides he doesn't want to do it anymore. I mean, the man is 40.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know, so they could do that. But you have Captain Marvel coming. You got Black Widow getting a movie. You got Guardians of the Galaxy 3 coming. They got all these movies announced. You already know who's coming back. You got Spider-Man Homecoming.
Right.
What's it called? Far Away or Far From Home. Spider-Man Far From Home.
Right, yeah.
You got that dope-ass Venom movie. I mean, it's a lot of stuff to hold us over next year.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I'm just saying, like going back to how you think that there's only 2 that are going to be really leaving. I mean, I don't think – I feel like they're going to put that whole entire generation – they're going to put them, you know, on the shelf. You know, they're done with their thing. And they're going to line up for the, in essence, new Avengers.
No, they're not. They're not putting them on the shelf, because they're only putting, to me, and this is just me, my opinion what's going to happen. They're only putting the 2 on the shelf. They've been setting up And I don't even think it's going to be Iron Man. I think Tony Stark is just going to hang up the suit. I honestly think you're going to lose Steve Rogers. He's going to die. He doesn't fit.
Well,
and what they're doing. I'm going to tell you exactly what I feel like is going to happen. And there's a reason they set up like they set up. Ant-Man. Hold on, I'm going through my head to see who's still around. Ant-Man is the only one, and he's not even there right now. The spoilers for anybody who ain't seen Ant-Man and the Wasp. Spoilers. If you don't want to hear this, mute me, turn camera off, go do something else, and come back right quick. Walk out the room, go get something to drink. The end of Ant-Man matches up with the end of Infinity War.
Okay.
So what happens? Infinity War, I think it takes place. I think the Ant-Man movie takes place 2 years after Civil War. So that puts Infinity War about 2 years after Civil War. It starts to help you line stuff up. At the end of Ant-Man, he goes into the quantum zone in order to collect quantum energy so that they could heal Ghost, help her heal or whatever. They need to pull him back out. So he collects the quantum energy and he goes to call to get pulled back out. And it's a flash to the lady playing Wasp, her mom and her dad, Hank Pym, Mrs. Pym, and then I always forget the daughter's name, but the new Wasp, they all turn to dust. So he's stuck in the quantum realm, right? After they turn to dust, he's in the quantum realm. He's like, hey, guys, you know Ant-Man's still alive. He's just stuck in the quantum realm.
Okay.
If you notice, everybody that turned to dust was members who weren't in the original Avengers movie.
Right.
The only person I think, if you ask me, you watch Infinity War, Doctor Strange saw how many ever scenarios, and he only saw one scenario where they win, and that's where Tony Stark was alive, right? They did that, I believe, to deter you from thinking that Cap was the one that was going to sacrifice himself for whatever reason. They're not, I feel like they're, and this is why I think if you watch how the movies build up and you actually pay attention to Infinity War, I don't believe that they're going to kill off Tony Stark just for the fact that, what is his girlfriend's name?
Penny?
It's not Penny.
Starts with a P.
Yeah. Whatever. That she's pregnant.
Pepper Potts.
Pepper Potts. That she's,
you know what?
That she's pregnant. And I don't even, did she ever officially tell him that she was pregnant?
No, wait. When they were at the park, I think that's when.
Did she officially like say, yeah, I'm pregnant?
I can't remember. I do remember they had that conversation at the park.
Yeah, I don't remember, but they're not finna take him from his child that quick.
Right. Now, before you continue on this, all right, we're at a misunderstanding right now. Because I don't mean the actual characters. I mean the actors portraying the character. When I said that they're shelving them. Yeah,
there's two things that are going to go on. There's only two characters that are going to be shelved.
Well,
it's only going to be, there's only two contracts that are up. Chris Hemsworth already said he was signed for another movie.
He did.
He's the only one that has to sign. The Hulk character can be anybody.
Right. What I'm saying is, like, most of the ones that I'm talking about, their last movie is for part 2 of Avengers, Infinity War. And from my understanding, a lot of them, they are not going to return after that. They're going to shelf them all.
Which ones? Because it's only Captain America, Hulk, Thor, Black Widow.
Black Widow staying. What I'm thinking of is Thor
and Hawkeye. Those are the 5 original Avengers.
The only two that are actually, well, the only one that is actually staying that I know is Black Widow. From everything else, all the other people's contracts are up, and they're not looking to renegotiate for their contract. I feel I think that Captain America is going to sacrifice himself in part 2, just because he's gonna, in essence, like that. That's gonna be the game changer. And I think that's why Bucky is gonna end up becoming Captain America, just like in the comic. Same thing with whatchamacallit, Thor. I mean, Chris Hemsworth after part 2, he is not gonna reprise the role of Thor, but remember how there's the female Thor, his girlfriend, the one Earth lady. Somehow, some way, she's gonna take up the role, the mantle of being Thor.
No, she's not, because she's no longer even contracted to Marvel. That's why if you look at Thor, if you look at the last Thor movie that came out, Ragnarok, when they made, like early in the movie, when you were sitting there talking to Loki, they made it. They had somebody come up to them and talk about, just fans take a picture and tell them, "Oh, we're sorry, you and so and so broke up."
No, I get that, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think that actor is going to reprise the role like again, but I'm saying like her character is going to come back to be Thor, not the actor itself. They're going to have a different actor.
I don't think so.
But look at Iron Man, like the transition between Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 2, how they had 2 different roads. That's what's going to happen. That was
a contractual issue, because the guy who played him the first time wanted more money, so they got rid of him and hired somebody else.
But
it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same thing.
Because of the same reasoning, I'm saying it's going to be a same situation as actor.
No, because what they had to do was, and that's a difference too, because that was from Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2. You got 18 movies that have spanned so many years now. You can't just switch up the actors now like you could back then. They needed to pay Robert Downey Jr. more money. And the other guy wanted more money because the movie did so well. And they was like, no, he's the most important part. We're going to pay him, or we'll just hire somebody else to play your role.
That's fair. But see, for her, she doesn't have, for me at least, she doesn't have as much of an impact having a change of character, having a change of actress.
I don't think it's going to happen just for the fact that that character was not popular at all. They already ended the arc less than 2 years after they started it in the comics.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's a whole issue where she got the powers because she was pure. That hammer doesn't exist anymore, and in the Marvel universe, and she had cancer.
Okay, that's fair. You know, but I still think that Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, and Tony Stark, this is it for them in the Marvel universe. For me, at least. Not Tony Stark, Jesus, Robert Downey Jr. Jesus. At least Robert Downey Jr., he's just gonna fade out. He's gonna let them handle everything. He might pop in, every so often, but I feel like this is it for him. Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth, they're also done too. That's what I'm assuming. That's what I feel like is gonna happen. The reason why Chris Evans is done is because they're gonna kill off, they're gonna kill him off. Right. But I don't see like, and Mark Ruffalo. I just don't see them coming back after Infinity War Part 2, just because all of their contracts are up after Part 2, and the only one really looking to renegotiate is Chris Pratt for Star-Lord.
Yeah, I can understand what you're saying, but doesn't the thing, because Chris Hemsworth has just expressed, and this is recently, he has expressed his interest in making the Thor 4.
Oh, okay. So
after Ragnarok, Mark Ruffalo. Then I'm looking at excerpts from Comic-Con panels.
No, that's fine. No, because that's even better. Because then now I have new information. Then I'm gonna retract my statement about Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, and Mark Ruffalo still has 2 films left on his contract. His cameos don't count.
Oh, his cameos don't count. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair.
Scarlett Johansson still has.
I know she's gonna be Widow still for a while. But what about Hawkeye?
Her contract is up, but she's gonna re-up.
Yeah.
Most likely, because if they don't give her a solo movie, she might walk.
Right.
But if they're really considering giving her the solo movie, she might stick around.
Mm-hmm.
Hawkeye will have one after Avengers 4 because cameos don't count, and he had a 6-movie deal.
Okay.
So he's got one more movie after Avengers 4 left.
Okay.
So the only two who contracts for sure are up
is Robert Downey.
Robert Downey Jr. and
See, this is why getting more information helps. I didn't know that this information was about. I'm talking about information from a couple, from at least the most recent that I know, besides this new information that you just brought about.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I think they're going into a new Avengers format anyway, and rather than bring those characters back as other characters, the only one I could see making a transition and being somebody else is if they decide, which I believe they should do, if they take Shuri and they make her Ironheart. It's the only thing in continuity that makes sense if you're not going to have Robert Downey Jr. around, because the thing with Riri and being Ironheart is that Tony Stark is constantly always there. Nobody is going to accept somebody else playing Tony Stark other than Robert Downey Jr. So
I completely understand.
It's easier to transition because of how intelligent and where Shuri is and who she has around her, that they could make her Ironheart, and they don't have to have Robert Downey Jr. around for her to grow as the character. As far as Thor goes, even when his contract's up, they don't need another Thor for the reason that they're bringing in a powerhouse in Captain Marvel.
That's fair. No, I understand that.
Yeah, I understand. To replace him, and to be honest with you, she honestly replace Captain America and Thor. She's that, powerful and that type of a leader, and has that type of ability.
Oh, for sure. But see, for me, I personally, I would much rather have Bucky, the Winter Soldier, become Captain America, just because, is following the comics and everything like that.
I think, I'm going to be totally honest with you, I think they're going to flip it on you. I think Samuel Jackson might be done.
Yeah, Samuel, his contract's up too, coming up.
I think you would be Bucky being the head of S.H.I.E.L.D. if
what about that one chick?
If Coulson isn't dead, she faded in the dust too, and I don't think she signed on. You talking about the chick from How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna be at, and you got Agent Carter too. You got Agent 13, Agent Carter, the one that was dating Captain America.
Right.
I think it'll be Bucky because at one time Bucky was the head of S.H.I.E.L.D. also. That's fair. They made reference to S.W.O.R.D., the agency opposite of S.H.I.E.L.D., the one that deals with space. So we know they're going to do something when they go into space and all that. We don't know what's going on with Coulson and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. if he's dead or not, because at the end of last season he was supposed to be dying. Right. So we don't know if he's there to take over. But to be honest with you, in the comics, better than Bucky, I honestly like Falcon better as Captain America than I did Bucky.
I'd be okay with that too, to be honest. I'd be okay with that as well.
Yeah. So we got both of those things. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of choices you can make.
You got a lot of room to work with.
But you got Spider-Man, who with Sony is basically in the MCU. In our MCU, you got Ant-Man and Wasp, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, and then with the whole inclusion, which probably won't happen until Phase 4. We're in Phase 3 right now. Are we going into Phase 4? I'm in Phase 2. I'm lost in the phases. Right. But whatever phase we're going into, you probably won't see it happen until the next phase. But if this Disney-Fox merger does go through, you have the Fantastic Four they could bring back. You got Galactus. You got Silver Surfer. You got the mutants that they could slowly start putting in with the X-Men and all that. So let's see what happens.
I'm also curious about Venom's part. Because the only reason why I think of that is because we well, at least I know I did. I don't know if you actually finished it. the Venomized comics.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm curious to see if they'll actually maybe play that out. You know, like actually,
I don't see it happening.
Not just the aspect of, you know, Venom, and not necessarily like the storyline of the Venomized comics, but the whole aspect of Venom working with the Avengers for some kind of like extinction level event. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he is helping against the villains. You know, kind of.
Well, that's always been Venom. So that's how he's always been.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I'm kind of curious to see if they'll actually bring that about on the big screen.
I don't know if you're going to see Venom in the MCU.
That's fair.
I think Venom is in his own box and with Sony. The only person you'll probably see him interact with from the MCU is Spider-Man. But I think that'll be a Sony thing. I don't know if Marvel's going to have anything to do with that at all. If Disney's going to have anything to do with that.
That's fair. I don't know. I'm keeping my hopes up, you know.
But
I just think it'd be cool to see the interactions, you know.
I don't know if they're because that's asking for a lot when they have. If they did, I'm gonna say if they don't acquire Fox, that's probably something you could see.
Mm-hmm.
But if they acquire Fox, they have no reason for it, because when they acquire Fox, you have Doctor Doom, you have Galactus. Right. You have Dark Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? You have the X-Men. You have Wolverine. It's like you don't shit. You do that, you really don't need Spider-Man anymore. They could tell Sony, well, take them, go do whatever, go ruin them if you want to.
I know. It's just it's just for me personally, you know, what I'd like to see. You know, it's not like, you know, what I'm expecting it to happen. It's just, you know, something that, you know, I'd be interested to see it if it does happen. You know, because
I don't see Sony giving them that power again like they gave them over Spider-Man. So Sony needed the help to
for sure
Spider-Man, right? But I think they learned their lesson, you know, and I think they're going to do this one on their own. To be honest with you,
for sure. I feel that. Like they did learn a lot from the Spider-Man, but like I said, it's just more or less kind of just like an interest for me, you know, kind of thing. It's not really like, oh well, I'm expecting this to happen, or I'm predicting or anything like that. Because I honestly think it's never going to happen, just like you say too. Because like you said, it is, you know, primarily with Sony and everything like that. It's just like I said, it's just kind of like for me, you know.
Yeah, most definitely. But hey, man, it's like midnight right now.
12:04.
All right.
We've been what, an hour and a half now?
Yeah, it's probably, I don't know what it's been. I know it's been long.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, but I want to thank you for joining me on this NerdMix Live episode 1. Feel like we got a lot of content in there. Don't worry, guys. We have a little more structure the next time we do this. We just wanted to get it out there. You know, pilot episodes are always all over the place.
Oh yeah, trying it out. You know, trying to see how things do.
Yeah, most definitely.
With this from beginning to end, I appreciate y'all. I'm pretty sure I can say the same for my co-host here. He appreciates y'all too. You know,
most definitely. When probably the person who's been here from beginning to end is probably Miss Anna America. So we gotta get shout outs to her.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Should I shout out our sponsors again one time?
Yeah, why not, man? We're at the end of this and everything like that. We might as well wrap them one more time.
All right, I have to give a look ups to my people over there at A+ Opinions for helping us out. If I can figure out what I'm doing, because I'm retarded and can't type right now. I can't spell. I just tried to spell opinions and I put olive branch. I don't know why I did that. So used to my phone typing stuff for me.
True.
So lazy. All right, guys. Want to thank you all for tuning in. We really want to thank our people over at A+ Opinions for helping us out. Just to let y'all know, this is them right here. A+ Opinions on YouTube. They do all types of reviews and everything like that. Power Rangers, everything DC and Marvel, television, all the above. You're going to check them out. Subscribe to them. Like I said before, if you subscribe to them, leave a post in one of the videos saying NerdMix sent you here. You get a chance to win one of these beautiful T-shirts that we have designed. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful T-shirts that we have designed right here. The NerdMix comic shirt. That's this joint right here. We got multiple colors. We get you any size you need. Just do that, and we'll do a random drawing for one of the people that puts their comment on there. Just remember, all you gotta do is go subscribe to A Plus Opinions, and then put a comment on one of their videos saying NerdMix sent me here. We'll do a drawing at the end. What do you want to do? Today's what?
The 26th of July.
Today's the 26th of July.
Why don't we give them like a week or two?
Man, I'll give them till Sunday.
All right.
Till Sunday. You can win. But also, guys, I mean, if y'all want to, y'all can go check out everything else we got in the store. Like this beautiful NerdMix hoodie right here.
Just saying, I got 2 of them. Designed
by Anna America.
They're very crisp.
Yes, have to give her that plug. We also got little Turk bags with the young Indie, the Indie Uchiha Chibi that she also designed right there. We got anime assembled tote bags for my guys who like to barbecue. We got the sci-fi-tology aprons right there. We got everything you could need. More stuff comes. We put about 2 designs up every week. So you guys come check them out, all right? Most def. We want to thank y'all for joining us today. We love when you guys come through. We're going to try to do something like this maybe weekly. Have new topics, have more structure next time.
For sure.
Probably play a game. You know what I'm saying? Like
gotta do.
Guess that comic, guess that anime. You know what I'm saying? Something real slick. But you know what I really want to do though? I want to do comic reviews. We're gonna do all types of stuff, man. So make sure y'all check us out. Till next time, as I always say, we ain't no B+ players over here. We keep it A+. And as always, it has been a Nerd Mix. I'll holler at you later, Mr. Powers.
All right. Talk to you, brother. It was a pleasure, man. It was a pleasure.
Yeah. See y'all later.
All right.